If you've ever had to approach an accent or dialect cage to learn how to do accents for a drama or a film, there is a chance you'll have come across a piece of text called Arthur the Rat. It's a story about a rat called Arthur. Okay, you say, so what? You see, this seemingly nonsensical and in all seriousness a tragic story is incredibly useful for accent practice. How does it work? Arthur the Rat is a short tale devised to obtain phonetic representation of all the phonemes of English, all 44 of them. In other words, it basically contains as many of the possible combinations of letters and sounds in spoken English that we know of. So, as you're reading it, you are put in all sorts of articulatory situations. That's why it's so good for working on a new accent. Anything that you may come up in a script isn't there. The idea being that if you can nail Arthur in your target accent, you can nail anything in it. Here is the silly tale of Arthur in upper RP or conservative RP, or as it's often dubbed today, posh British accent. For a quick overview of these accents, and also on how to begin to acquire posh RP using just 5 words, click on the card on your top right-hand corner. You may want to watch it now, or perhaps after completing this one. Okay, here is Arthur the Rat. There was once a young rat named Arthur who could never take the trouble to make up his mind. Whenever his friends asked him if he'd like to go out with them, he'd only answer, "I don't know." He wouldn't say yes and he wouldn't say no either. He could never learn to make a choice. His Aunt Helen said to him, "No one will ever care for you if you carry on like this. You have no more mind than a blade of grass." Arthur looked wise but stupidly said nothing. One rainy day, the rats heard a great noise in the loft where they lived. The pine rafters were all rotten in the middle, and at last one of the joists had given way and fallen to the ground. The wall shook, and all the rats' hair stood on end with fear and horror. "This won't do," said the old rat, who was chief. "I'll send out scouts to search for a new home." 3 hours later, the 7 tired scouts came back and said, "We've found a stone house which is just what we wanted. There's room and good food for us all. There's a kindly horse named Nellie, a cow, a calf, and a garden with flowers and an elm tree." Just then, the old rat caught sight of young Arthur. "Are you coming with us?" he asked. "I don't know," Arthur sighed. "The roof may not come down just yet." "Well," said the old rat angrily, "we can't wait all day for you to make up your mind. Right about face, march." And they went straight off. Arthur stood and watched the other little rats hurry away. The idea of an immediate decision was too much for him. "I'm going back to my hole for a bit," he said to himself dreamily, "just to make up my mind." That Tuesday night there was a great crash that shook the earth and down came the whole roof. Next day some men rode up and looked at the ruins. One of them moored a board, and hidden under it they saw a young rat lying on his side, quite dead, half in and half out of his hole.